Recording in progress. So the American lady, recording in progress lady is back.
Again.
Thanks for your patience. We're just setting up
Okay, Scarlett. Okay,
in
it's
the
gone back
space.
again. Okay, yeah.
Just as a background thing.
Can we keep talking?
Yeah, so we're talking anyway. So I think today, guys, it would be good to kind of see what people have been working on, just to see. And also, if you want, today, towards the end of the session, it could be actually a or asking people for just general kind of what's going to happen on a day. If you just tell everyone you know that this is happening and they should come, that would be amazing. Any questions? Anything at all?
Okay.
I've just shared.
It may be that I didn't hear that a little bit because we were having some problems with the sound card. But hopefully that's sorted. Can you hear us now? Irene, Totem, Wabwiri, can you hear us?
You kept on breaking, Margot, so
Yeah.
Maybe
we didn't hear what you're saying for some.
But you can hear me now.
Yeah,
should be able to hear now.
the sound kept on breaking up.
If I speak,
Yeah.
Should be fine now. Should be fine.
Totem, Irene, and Wabwiri, can you let me know? Can you hear me okay without interruption?
Yeah, we can now hear you.
I can hear you now.
Sorry about that.
It's cool. So yeah, sorry about this. Totem, I think you've got some party going on, so you can tell us about that in a bit. But yeah, I was just saying, let's use today. Firstly, maybe just to kind of text whoever else is supposed to join today, just to make sure that we've got all the people that can make it in the space. Then I'd quite like to go through the running order and go through bits and pieces that people have been working on, so that we understand what the shape of the event is. I think we're like basically there. And then, yeah, so that's it. And then, because we've got musicians in the room today, perhaps there's some time that you want to spend on kind of like agreeing who's doing what and whether there's a collaboration or whatever. And because I know that you, Irene, and Teddy have been working on bits and pieces, it'll be really good to hear from both of you about what have you been developing and what's been going on. So maybe so maybe we should start with the updates of what people have been developing in terms of creative stuff. And on the chat, I've dropped the running order document, so have a look at that. I'll be making notes in there. Right, first things first, is there anyone else that said is going to join but is not joining on your side, Kampala?
Yes, I expected Hassan to join. Linda. Yeah.
Are you able to, I mean, do you need to drop him a line now, or is it just, we just leave it now?
Yeah, I've just sent them a message.
Thank you. Okay, and I'm going to text some people on my side too. Was it Margarita as well? Okay, I mean, can everybody, by the way, access the document, the running order, more or less? You're on it, cool. Irene, are you able to have a look at this?
Are you sharing screen?
No, but I can share screen if that's easy for people.
Okay, sorry about that. This is a new environment for us, so we're just trying to get all the technical side right here. Anyway, back in the room.
Okay, back in the room.
But I think that's all under control now from the displays kind of side. I can see a lot better now.
All right, Mikey, any chance you could go into the chat and open
This
the
document.
document, yeah, and then we'll do a screen share or
Okay.
however you can do
All right.
it.
Yeah, sure.
And let's go over that and maybe we do updates of what people have been working on as we go.
Okay, I think I've done that. Does that work?
Yay, cool.
All right, good.
All right, so 10th of July, we're doing the thing, then we're doing a getting in a space, and the actual, and then we were talking about making the space look nice. So we've got some ideas what we might do on our side. We're gonna have a Talkaoke table,
We're
or
going to do
two,
some fire stuff.
and we're gonna do some fire-related stuff. What's happening on your side? How is the Talkaoke table coming along on your side?
Yeah, they're working on it. I'm here to get feedback, but there's some materials that are not available, so they have to pick them. Yeah, I think in terms of the update, that's what I have for the table.
All right. When will you know whether you'll be able to have a Talkaoke table? I guess that's going to unfold in the coming days.
Yeah, next week.
All
We
right.
should have something ready next week.
Cool.
This week.
Okay, fine. Okay, in terms of Talkaoke hosting for the first hour, because we will be starting at 5 o'clock, that's UK time, or 7 o'clock Kampala time. So the question is, for the first hour, we're thinking about having a Talkaoke facilitated by people from Skills Lab. So who's up for facilitating?
Don't know.
Yes, don't all jump at once.
Anyone from over here? Gonzo? Yeah, when are we going to throw you on the table today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's what we want. Thanks for the enthusiasm, Teddy.
I mean, I'm happy to do it, but I'm also aware that I'm going to be tied up with the family tree of fortunes, so I don't want to over-expose myself.
Ellen?
Yeah, I'll jump in, no problem.
Okay.
Lucy and Margarita. Margarita's got COVID, so send her. Margarita, if you're watching this, we're sending you hugs, virtual hugs, obviously. Hopefully, you'll be good enough. We've got Kate as well, and Lucy, Kate, Margarita. Yeah. Evelina, I'm not sure. Timna, she might be doing some hosting. She might be doing some performing.
As a human fire as well.
Yeah. Okay, and on the Ugandan
we haven't
side,
persuaded her yet completely.
So on the Ugandan side,
Yeah.
Totem Wabwiri, Irene, who do you think on your side would be keen to jump in the middle of the Talkaoke table? Who's most confident?
So is it like today or during the event?
During the event.
Yeah. Do we need to share the screen still?
I think I would.
Scroll down. Yeah, go on, Totem.
Yeah, I'm not very sure, but I think I would love to give it a try. I don't know. My audio is not very okay. Like, are you people like? Are you hearing me?
We can hear you okay. We can hear you fine. Will you be there? You will be there on the day in Kampala. That was the plan. Do you think that's still possible?
Yeah. I think it's still possible. Like.
Fine. So I'm gonna mark you as a potential first host. So maybe we could, I don't know, maybe we could have a go at kind of like co-hosting. So you can kind of be on your side, and maybe we can have Gonzo in the middle later on, and we can just do a bit of a kind of practice run. Hi, Lucy. Lucy's joining us in flesh. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What I may do, if we've got so many
Get
people
yourself
around the
settled.
table, and we've only got the one mic, so I might just get it out of the holder so we can get faster access around. Welcome, Lucy.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're just talking about facilitating the first part of Talkaoke on the day. Lucy, are you feeling like you may want to do some facilitation?
And can you maybe say over
Cool.
there, because then you'll be
You'll
able
be
to
in
see
camera.
the screen.
All right, fab. Great. And then, Wabwiri, are you going to be facilitating on your side, the Talkaoke?
Yes, yes, but I wanted it to be participant led, so it would be good to just get from the participants.
Yeah, so from your kind of experience, I mean, Irene, are you confident in facilitating, or would you like to have a go? Who wants to have?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So fine. I think we've got one more session coming up next week. Sorry, this Thursday. This Thursday. So maybe we should spend some of this on having you, Irene, a new totem, having doing some facilitation. But it's a 5 p.m. session for you guys in Uganda this Thursday. Can you both make it?
Yeah.
I'll have to just double check, but it should be okay for now.
Okay, because it would be good if you both got a little bit of kind of, you know, have that fresh in your system before doing it for reals on the 10th. But that's really cool.
Turn your audio off.
Audio.
Leave audio. I'm going to have to throw you out of the thing. Look, give it here. There we go. Good, good. Okay, we've
This is
got
a classic.
Margarita joining us as well.
Yay! Woo!
Okay.
Hey, Margarita.
Do we need to share the screen still?
Maybe. I mean, if people
Let's
can.
just go off of it for now, just so we can see people. It's quite
Yeah,
hard
but new
to,
people joining. Okay, fine. Welcome, people. So again, I'm just gonna share the running order for the event on the 10th of July. We were just talking about for the first hour, that's between 5 and 6, we'll have Skills Lab people facilitating Talkaoke. On the Ugandan side, we've got Irene and Totem. They're gonna have a go. And next, at the next session, which is our last session before the final event, that's this Thursday, 3 p.m. UK time or 5 p.m. Uganda time, you both will have a go at facilitating, which I think will be really cool. On the UK side, between 5 and 6, who do we want to facilitate? Margarita, we were talking about stooging, and maybe we could have a little chat about stooging today, just what it is, Mikey, and what is going on with that. But first of all, Margarita, how are you? It's very possible you haven't
Can you
heard
hear us,
anything.
Margarita? Is that what? Yes, yeah, Can you hear us, Margarita? Can everyone else hear us? Webweary, can you hear us?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
I can hear.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
cool,
so
cool,
it's just
cool.
Margarita, cool.
Okay. Good,
All right,
good.
so when she's back in, then then we will know. Okay, so on our side, right, Lucy, you're up for it. So I'm just making notes now, the real notes. Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, and then from 6 o'clock onwards, for an hour, there's going to be different bits and pieces that people have been working on. So why don't we run through those and just see what have you been up to? And then, yeah, and just start there. This is the order that I just plucked out of thin air, so we can change it, of course. But I thought at 6 o'clock, I'm going to use the UK time, but obviously it's going to be by then 8 o'clock Kampala time. We would introduce the event somehow. I mean, who's going to be the compare on the Ugandan side and on our side?
Well, I mean, I can do it, but
Are you the
maybe
best placed person to do it?
yeah, maybe someone else wants to do it. I don't know. Okay, nobody. All right. Anyone? It looks like it's going to be me then. But that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
Ugandan side, are you going to have an MC, someone who just kind of introduce the event or something like that?
Wabwiri, I guess that goes to you. Talk to me, Wabwiri. Hello, hello. Wabwiri.
Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Can you hear
hello.
me? Yeah, so I will MC the event.
Okay, fab. Thanks for volunteering. Good. Okay, and after that, after the introduction, I mean, maybe between us we can just like agree what we're gonna say, but or we can just do it. One person starts, then over to the next person in the whatever other country, because this is gonna be the bit that's kind of like live streamed and cross broadcast. What do you call it? That's the Zoom bit.
Yeah.
So people will be able to join on Zoom. So if you are facilitating Talkaoke between 5 and 6, you will be considering the people online as well. So in terms of it, so in a way, the emceeing will be like a two-hander between somebody here and somebody in Kampala. So maybe that's something that we just need to you two host. You're gonna have to get your heads around it. Okay, and after that, we could keep it super brief, I think. And then after that, I had Isaac doing live music. Wabwiri, do you know what's happening with Isaac? Or actually, Totem as well. You were working with Isaac, I think. But tell me both if you've got any updates from him. Hit that cricket sound, Mikey.
Maybe cricket should be in
Any Wabwiri and any Totem available to speak can take this one.
Well, we lost Totem.
Totem lost interest.
Irene, can you hear? It may be as well that we're caning the bandwidth of Rich Mix. It might be that we shouldn't all be running through the Wi-Fi. Those on phones perhaps will be better.
I can hear you guys. Maybe it's their connection, probably. Yeah.
I mean, we should have quite a strong bandwidth on this side as we're in the up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wabwiri, thank you, Irene. That's really good to know. So Wabwiri, have you heard from Isaac?
Yeah, so I'm aware Isaac and Totem and I don't know, have been putting together something. They've been working with, is it Gonzo?
There's
On
Gonzo
certain
here.
beats.
This is Gonzo.
But then what happened is that they lost something. They broke into Isaac's studio and took much of his computers and all that, and they had already worked on everything. So he was trying to reach out to me to help reach out to Babaluku, who would connect them to a new sound that they will be using. So that's the update that I had from Isaac.
Okay, yeah, no, I've heard
That
something
sounds
happened.
like a bit of a
Details,
problem.
but,
Yeah.
So in terms of like the music, I mean, I know that Isaac was working on a video because ideally, what we would do, just in case something happens with the with the Wi-Fi on the day, either on our side or your side, anyone who's contributing content would need to kind of record a video and send it across. I think Isaac has been working on this.
It's going to be a fun evening for whoever's doing the technical. We're going to have Rick there on our side from technical, aren't we?
Yeah, but Rick is currently at the Rammstein
going
gig.
to see on his way to Coventry to see Rammstein.
Yeah, Rick, if you're watching this, which I know you never will.
Yeah.
It's a
Rammstein's
band.
it's a German heavy metal band.
I just asked what Rammstein is.
It's a German heavy metal band that Rick likes. Our technical guy Rick likes a lot.
Okay, thank you. I'm not too bad. Wanted to pop up, but the neighbors started renovating work downstairs right now. Doesn't make sense if I bring muted. The sound is terrible. Wearing headphones, even I don't need them. Yeah, fine.
Okay, right.
All right. So anyway, so moving along. So okay, so if we're gonna be doing live music, I think by this Thursday, Wabwiri, are you able just to kind of get on top of this and just see what we could, sounds like Isaac is struggling, but if Babaluku is helping, we just absolutely need to try whether, whether we're actually showing any music, what does it actually look like or sound like? Because yeah, I think that's quite crucial. I mean, on a night we're going to find out some things, but
How far have you got with that, Gonzo? With music, have you talked to the guys in Uganda?
The only person that have contacted me was Timna,
Right.
but she's now away, and so yeah, I'm open.
Okay, but you still haven't heard from Isaac or
No.
Totem?
No.
Okay, so we need to organise that. We hope so. It wasn't that boring, was it? Yeah,
Is this live music for the night?
yeah.
Okay.
Is that the question? Yeah, okay.
No, there were some follow-ups,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't. Sorry, guilty admission. I haven't watched last week's YouTube, but I caught up with Hassan yesterday, who had. So it gave me a little bit of info,
Okay.
but it was in context of our collaboration.
Right.
But we were going to put music. We're going to make a video.
Yeah.
And we're going to we're going to need music. It's going to all come together in the space of 2 weeks. But we're going to need music.
What do you mean
maybe
you're
we'll
going to need music?
as a background to the
Right.
footage of stuff.
Okay.
So we're happy to have music contribute to that, or we might just use popular music that.
Okay.
You've also got like the free YouTube like music available there for free. It's like no rights needed or something. Yeah.
Sorry. What we were thinking about is, and also, but I know Teddy's been in touch with me and I wanted to catch up with you today as well. But this was like a panicked phone call last night where we were like, should we be making something? We should be doing something. And because we were in the original pairing, that was the first pairing that we got put together. And so we've been in the same group along. So it felt nice to, everyone's looking at my chin. It felt, it felt nice to work together again. We thought, I was reflecting on I had a conversation with Margot. I was like, what should I do? And you were like, make it easy, do it do it anything. And I was like, what do I really like? What do I think about a lot? And I was like, I just like watching all of the animals in the street all the time, like to see a little pigeon, like doing its own little thing. And I was like, well, I wonder what like animals are doing over in Uganda. And then like, can that be a comment on like how we exist? And then Hassan really liked the idea of comparing videos of behavior,
Pigeon behavior,
but also person behavior, and then it kind of like flowed into having a person, and this is great.
Okay. Speaking of, we've got Hassan here. Hassan, can you hear us? Welcome.
Oh, yay.
Hello, Hassan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Hassan.
Yes, we can. We can hear you crystal clear.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everyone.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good, good. I think we're all good.
I was just in the process of describing the conversation we had yesterday and where we'd got up to. I was starting with that I like animals and I like kind of giving them personalities. And then you brought in like a comment on human behavior and like, for instance, what like a traffic light, what it would look like at traffic lights in Uganda versus UK, and people following rules or not following rules. But I was just reflecting on the music that we were going to put in, because there was conversations around music and live music, and I think we were reflecting on busy music, popular music. We were just going to record some stuff and then check back in with each other of what that looked like and what it thought about. But go on, Hassan. I don't know if I've covered.
Yeah, yesterday we were talking up with Lucy as she has explained everything. And we wanted to do something that is somehow relevant to, because there is a final event and there is going to be a kind of flow. I'm sorry I missed the previous meeting, but I got to watch on YouTube like the week. Yeah, the last one. So I knew that on the final event somehow there should be some flow between the activities. So yesterday, me and Lucy we built somehow like a concept, but it is still somehow open so that we can somehow intervene or like bring in the elements to match the theme of the final event. Yeah, but for now we have tasks to record live in the different countries, like her there and me here, and we're following the topic of like animal behavior and human behavior. Yeah.
I've got a question. I've got a question. So, in terms of like what it will actually look like, what are you making? Is it like 10-hour durational video of a pigeon walking, or is it like some kind of like, what is it? 5 minutes? Is it 3 minutes? Do you need music? Are you going to be making music, or can you take from the expertise in the room today to kind of see what you can put together? Yeah.
Yeah, we are still somehow building the concept, but before we finalize at night, we decided that first of all, we are going to follow the pace. Maybe animals doing so much activities like the pigeon in the background picking up the food, and the humans somehow like in the slow vibe, like lazy, and then as the clip goes, then the humans are very active and the animals are like in a lazy vibe. Yeah, we are still putting together the concept.
So it will be a video with you two just saying, like, so say it's your bit on the night, and you'll say, "Okay, we've made this video."
Are you going to be?
And
like,
it plays for 5 minutes, and then it's over. That's what we're expecting.
Are you going to be like commentating on the animals, like, and this is Percy the pigeon. He's had a tough day.
No, well, I don't know. I had like a bit of an idea, and then we're bringing together. It's developing, but I think the use of animals wanted to be a little bit comedic, like cutting, like people doing stuff like busy lives, like da 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 da, and then maybe like just cutting back to, I don't know, the pigeon that's still doing something. So it's hard at the moment. We've just got these concepts of as Hassan said, a bit conceptual, and we're going to just go. We've made a list of different things that we want to record that could possibly look different in our, all the same across cultures, and then we're going to share them and be like, this makes me think this could go like this, or this could be compared like this.
So you're going to play with it a little bit.
Can we see a snippet of it on Thursday, please? It could be like 30 seconds, but
we've set the deadline for Wednesday, which is great because I think I didn't know we were meeting on Wednesday, so that works really well. That we're going to just have had all the clips recorded on a Google Drive, so we might be able to just share, and we're going to chat on Wednesday. So we'll discuss what we will share on Thursday, right? Hassan?
Yes, exactly.
Fine. And is there any help that you need right now, or you've got it between you sorted?
I guess, I don't know, Hassan, maybe thoughts around music, but I think we can't really discuss what that could look like because we don't have the content yet. But I think there's the discussion around possibly, I thought it would be nice maybe to ask people and our friends of like, what's their song that they like when they feel upbeat and happy, or what's the song that they listen to when they feel slow, and then that can also be a bit of like this kind of.
The only issue is that it's fine for the Zoom, but for the YouTube and the other streams, if you're using copyright music, it will either have to replace that or silent.
Yes, that happened recently on Instagram. One video, rest in peace. Which I thought was copyright free, actually, so I'm surprised by it.
So maybe there's.
Does anyone in London who's going to be in Rich Mix have any musical instruments? Maybe they can bring them.
Yeah, I can bring a finger harp. I can bring the harmonium.
All of them.
Bring all. So
what are you thinking, Gonzo? What do you want to do?
The van. What's your plan?
It's just an opportunity to make some live music. I don't have much live instruments.
Right, so we're just going to get.
I have a violin, but not in London. But I have a guitar and I sing.
Okay, bring it along. We're going to have an arsenal of musical instruments ready to go. You've got what, Ellen?
I've got my tenor recorder, so I
Okay.
shall bring that.
How much is it worth?
Oh, maybe a couple of hundred now.
Okay, couple of hundred. Okay, right.
Walked into that one.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Let's just move on.
You can watch it on the YouTube.
You can just
All right.
rewind.
Cool. All right. So that's it. Okay. So Isaac will have some music. Then hopefully we'll have Lucy and Hassan doing something. You've got a 10-minute allocated.
We've lost Irene as well now.
Oh no.
And Margarita. Oh no, Irene's come back in. Come back in. This is something as well we're going to have to be used to on the night as well. That we'll have it. Yeah. So hopefully Rick will be.
It'll be a drop-in.
Yeah.
Basically.
A drop-in session. Yeah.
Yeah.
Irene, you're back. Can you put your camera on for a second, just so we can see you, because we're all here. It's really nice just to see people. Can you put? Oh, there you are. But say something, then you come into full view.
Hey. Hi.
Irene.
Yay! Because we've got, not a huge audience. We've got an audience of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus Monty. So we've got 7 people, 8 including Laura. Sorry, Laura. 8 people. So it's nice to see you big on the screen.
So
anyway.
why don't we? So whilst we have you back, Irene, this is slightly going off the order that I've written down, which is completely fine, because the next on the list is family fortunes. But before we discuss family fortunes, what were you kind of concocting, Irene? What were you kind of making? I think with Teddy, what have you been up to?
Oh, okay. So I know Teddy is going to edit, but I got a few people to answer a few of the questions that we had. They were very generic, but Teddy is going to edit and put them together. So I guess he can just speak into that, if he may.
So is it fair to say that the family fortunes bit is actually kind of like a collaboration? So on our side it'll be Teddy, and on your side it'll be Irene, kind of, I don't know, hosting him, because maybe that's something we need to work out. Well, how does the hosting happen? But yeah.
Okay. Any ideas, Teddy?
Yes. So thanks for bringing me in. Well, the recordings are fantastic, so it makes editing super easy. We can share one of them out, actually. There's also, I put on the chat that little visual that we might have in the background. It was just as a starting point.
What was the visual?
But the idea is that the questions have come, so I've put the 8 questions together, and then those questions go out to Uganda. And then I've got 8 questions from Henry that go to the UK audience. So I will record them separately. So altogether, there'll be 16 questions. So we're playing with what is supposed. What you had a lovely little expression. What was it the other day? No, not that one. But the thing is, we're playing with people's assumptions, cultural assumptions. Yeah. And so actually, the fact that the questions are generic.
What's your favorite outdoor activity?
Bird watching.
Eating from out. Walks.
Lie on the grassland.
I love to walk.
I think I just like inside.
Okay, so it'll go on and on. That's just a tiny little clip, and so the more I get back from Uganda, the richer this will become. So I've got maybe another 3. Hang on, I've got another 4 to edit. But yes, in the next week we'll do another little push. We'll put together something like about 20 answers, and that's enough. And then on some of the questions, well, I don't want to give it all away, but some of the questions there's not necessarily an answer to it. Which is good. That's what we want. We want some unexpectedness there.
Exciting.
So what you're working on is the collecting of the So what you both working on is collecting the answers, putting the clips together, and then somehow. So if I'm sitting in the audience, what is happening to me? Please tell me.
You're not going to be sitting in the audience, or you could be sat. You might be sat on
Just
a.
a person on the street.
Yeah, are you? Are we all? No, you'll be sat on like maybe a log, or maybe that's where we bring in the campfire. Maybe the campfire's over there. Now we're on to dramatology.
Yeah.
So now we have a campfire which is behind me. So there's another section to this studio space, and then we have little cut logs that maybe people sit on, or there is. But we want it to be quite free flowing, and we have two families, and perhaps when people come in, we allocate them a particular family. So when we that could be one way, and then also within those families, they have to pick who's the head of the family amongst themselves. Yes. So that's great, and so I'll try and host that, but I need to dress up because I don't want to look like
You do need to dress up.
Les Dennis.
How are you going to dress up?
Well, answers. I'm happy to
Answers
take.
on a postcard.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to show you just quickly what I found.
Yeah.
And on the chat there is a little possible visual in the background, but I'm not really sure how that would work. Fuck off.
That's Peckham. Okay. Sell it in Peckham.
Okay. We'll work that.
Buy your shirt.
What?
Company expense that. So, have we got the thing that was on the chat? Can we put that on the background?
The what? The thing?
I did it out of Canva.
Oh, this one.
Oh, so we send us an audio clip.
No, I did it as an MP4 in the end.
The last thing on the chat. This one.
All right, can I?
So it says light blue, light pink. That one.
Right, Elam, can I task you with something? Are you able to open this document?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, basically what I'm saying,
we needed more microphones, but it's a tough setup, you know.
It's a tough setup, but what I wanted to know is as we're discussing different bits, can you make a note of what actually happens on the screen? So you mentioned campfire. So you know what visuals you and Laura are preparing. Which ones are you editing? Which ones exist, or which ones are played by Lucy and Hassan? You know. So yeah.
These videos, they're going to be all put on the screen by us, not the tech team here at Rich Mix.
It most likely will be Rick, because it's going to be a very demanding technical operation. So we're going to have Rick up there, but it's going to be a combination of, I don't know, Monty, are you here for that one or no? So it's somebody else from Rich Mix. Okay.
Yeah. So in terms
Don't
of
say anything bad about it, Monty. Yeah, it's there.
So basically, you're saying that for your piece, you might need a video of a fire playing during Family of Fortunes. Is that what you're saying? And is that what you? Because wouldn't this be the thing that plays in the background?
The fire thing is something else. It's not connected to the Family.
But you were saying sitting on logs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether the questions go into the fire at the
Oh
end
yeah,
of
that's
it.
right. We said
So actually, that there needs to be some offering from the family tree, like a branch that's broken off, that gets thrown into the fire.
Okay, so there is a fire element. Yeah, we're going to work on that. It's either going to be a waste paper basket, a Mr. Shreddy Tubby.
Yeah, or we just keep building up the fire.
Yeah,
like it doesn't burn.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it won't burn, because we will never.
But we need props here. Who's head of props?
There's no head of props. You can everyone's head of and a neck of props.
I'll be head of props.
Okay, so for this one, no, but seriously, in terms of what happens when we will need to have it written out. So we want a visual of fire, but we before that want to have some slides. Why don't we go through your slides, Teddy, and just see is this happy? Are we happy?
No, I mean these slides were thrown together on a Friday afternoon, and so
pretty good going.
Thank you. And then maybe we chuck the audio in as well there to simplify things. It just needs someone to press play on tape. I think so. I don't know whatever's.
What about the theme tune? We had a theme tune. Gonzo, you were thinking about working on a theme tune for the event. Could that still happen?
Is there going to be a theme tune for the event? Come on, Gonzo.
When is the theme tune? Is it like an opening or during or what is it?
I'm sure we'll play it to death if we have got one, because it's whenever we do all of this. Yeah. Yeah.
Like a Talkaoke skills like theme tune.
Let's go to Irene. Irene, what are you saying?
Something that Margot had asked. I don't know if I missed it when she said that as we are playing this, the sounds of the responses that we got from the different people, what's happening with the person that's in the audience that has come to the event?
Yeah, that was my question. I think we've got a good idea of what will happen here on the Rich Mix side, because we'll have the Talkaoke table. But on your side in Kampala, when we get to Family Fortunes, what's going to happen? Will people be sitting? Will they be standing? Will you be doing something? Will you be playing the clips? Will we be hoping to play the clips through Zoom? Like what happens? Do you split the audience into, and who is doing that? That's kind of what I wanted to know. And how do I know, as somebody in audience in Kampala, what is expected of me? How do I know what the rules are? What is this bit? That's kind of what I meant. Does that answer?
Does that make sense, Irene?
A bit, I guess. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you imagine what happens? So let's say it's the day of the event, and I say, I don't know, we say on Zoom, okay, and now over to Teddy and Irene to do Family Fortunes, and then what happens? That's kind of what we're trying to get our heads around, because come the 10th, we just need to know where are you on that event, like on that day, during your slot? What are you explaining to people?
Okay.
Did you have something to say?
Yeah. I'm wondering, I see you. So basically, in terms of like the rules for the audience, that's what you're requesting. Like, how the audience going to be able to understand what's going on? Like, I'm wondering, do you need to maybe write like a list of rules for the game that can be projected on the screen, or is that the role of the host, the person who's comparing the event? Are they the ones who? Explain it.
In my experience, just try to keep the rules as simple as possible. But anyway, yeah.
Thanks. Doing a great job with the microphone.
Thank you.
One of the slides has got some rules on there, which is sort of. But I don't want to get into like I don't know what they're called, those slides, like a slideshow.
PowerPoint.
I just was like, I have an adverse reaction to it. But no, I will introduce the rules, and for sure they need to be super simple. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you want to have a go?
Go, try and introduce the rules now.
Okay, so there was going to be.
Hang on. Let's just give you the music.
It's the day of the event, and now over to Teddy and Irene.
Over to Teddy.
For their bid.
I have to run on the stage. That's what Les does.
Yeah.
So he runs on the stage, and then okay, welcome. There's no prizes today. There's no car. There's no holiday. There's just a lovely fire. Oh. So the rules are, so there's going to be two teams. We've got the Joneses and the Archibalds, and so we need to have a head of their family who's going to be, and so they'll talk amongst themselves.
What's the title of the event?
Family Tree of Fortunes.
It's the Family Tree of Fortunes. Welcome.
What do you mean you've not heard it?
It's the Family Tree of Fortunes.
Said it loads of times.
Well, we're all clear on it now. We're definitely clear. So we'll have a little family argument about what it's called, and then it will be opened up, and then we will have our two families, and then we'll invite them to.
And who are the families going to be made up of?
Well, I think there's two ways that we can dissect them. or separate them. Either they get a little thing and they walk in, like a color or something like that, I don't know, or we get them to organize themselves pre. But that might, I think it's better just to say what's in your pocket, what's it say on your ticket, like, and then they're like, okay, that's so that you're in that family, you're in that family, and then we then need a head of the family.
Do you need to say what the head of the family? I know this isn't. I know this isn't. I know this isn't specifics, but you probably would need to say what the head of the family will be doing.
Yes.
Yada yada.
Yeah. So the head of the family is like, oh, I don't think I'm not the host. I'm the chairperson.
Yeah.
And then the head of the family is someone that will relate to me. Like that's the spokesperson for that family.
Yeah. From the dramaturgical kind of theatre background, jazz hands point of view, I would really welcome writing a very clear script between you and Irene. If you write a script of this is the intro, this is what we're saying, this is the main thing, this is the second main thing, and this is round one. Just you don't have to memorize it, but I think it will be useful to have. So you definitely explain all the rules. I don't know how your kind of performance experience is in because obviously there'll be adrenaline, blah, 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 all these things. My recommendation would always be write a script and even have it to hand if you know, probably, yeah. Is that okay? It will really help you, I think. Maybe Irene, you can work together.
You can put some fun jokes in it.
Like what?
Go on, give me an example.
Just be like, I'm not very good at on the just yeah. There's no holiday. There's no prize. Yeah. Just good old learning.
Yeah.
It's just good old stereotypes.
Sometimes the best prizes are the ones.
Am I right?
Yeah.
But also, are there any what are the family names? Are there any kind of typical surnames in Uganda?
What's like the most like in I guess UK we've got Smith. What would be the equivalent of Smith in Uganda?
Or Kowalski in Poland.
I have no idea. We have so many names from different regions, but I guess we'll work around that. We'll get some.
Yeah, is it Wabwiri?
Is that a classic name?
Yeah.
There's Wabwiri, there's Mukasa, there's Nanyonga, there is there are many different names because we're multi-ethnic people coming from different places, different identities.
So I mean, would it be okay then maybe Teddy, whilst you're kind of planning this out, can both you and Irene write the script and kind of like include the name of the Ugandan name? Just pick one, I suppose, if there are a few to choose from. And then maybe, Irene, would you be able to kind of oversee writing of the script and making sure you've got all the information there included so you and Teddy can have it to hand on the day? You're both happy with?
That was a yes.
Script coordination. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Irene, script coordinator. Gonzo,
So regards the theme tune, maybe how many of Ugandans right now are listening?
Right now, 3.
Yeah? Okay. And how many of you got some live instruments and enthusiasm to record those instruments on the phone? I will need just a small phrase, and I will integrate it into a theme tune. And
Isaac.
Maybe if it's too much work, just let me know.
Isaac and Totem are the sort of biggest musical people in this group.
If they're not here, then maybe we just
drum for you.
You've got a drum, or you can just drum.
Yeah, you can drum in something.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, your favorite drum roll.
Okay.
And just throw it over into WhatsApp or. I mean, if there's any other instruments, that would be, or if anyone wants to kind of shout something into the phone, that can be used as well.
I'd be keen to contribute.
Yeah.
Is it just for
and
Uganda?
that applies also for
I don't know how I give it to you. by your email, your WhatsApp.
I'll drop mine.
So Lucy, you're up for contributing some content.
Yeah, I have a guitar and I have a voice that I use sometimes for music.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. I know that there are some traditional Ugandan instruments, so maybe if, someone in Uganda can't get hold of them, perhaps you can just get a sample off YouTube or something and, merge it in.
So if people send it to you by Tuesday, would you be able to put something super, super rough for Thursday session, Gonzo?
I might.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So now Totem is in, maybe we can explain to
Totem. Totem, are you back? Talk to us, Totem.
Irene's got her hand up.
Oh, Irene, talk to us, Irene.
So I have a question for Gonzo concerning the instruments and what to play. If the person has an instrument, are they playing anything and then you merge it together, or do you want something specific that will feed into every other thing that is brought together?
I mean, I would like to kind of make a collage of snippets. So basically, it's just as many as different as possible. You get me.
I think we get.
Yeah.
It's like singing or like a phrase or something they want to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even like a crazy shout or something. Something that just with energy. Just send the energy into the mic. With gusto. Yeah.
Go and do it. Do your
Brup.
That's a little bit abrupt, maybe. But
I'm sorry.
anyway, Totem, talk to us, Totem. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Like I'm getting there.
Good. Okay, we need to.
Just on the note of my presenting training for that came from the Science Museum in terms of the family fortunes, the style is like, hello, everybody. I can't hear you. I said, hello, everybody. I don't know whether it's worth embedding that into your, everyone has a different presenting style, and my style is like children's TV presenter. So it's very like, everyone, welcome.
I like that. I think what we will need on the day is that kind of energy. So maybe there's some kind of, as a presenter. Yeah, self-opt-in.
Do you want to have a go in the middle now?
Oh, would I have to be in the middle?
No.
No.
But it's just an.
I'm voting Lucy out of going in the middle because Gonzo's going in the middle.
Okay. Oh yeah, Gonzo is supposed to be going in the middle. Sorry, I just forgot. Yeah.
But we're still doing the session. Yeah.
Okay.
But we're just carrying on.
All right. We still need to wrap a few things up. Okay.
Okay, fine. So this is family fortunes. We've got this. Then I was thinking. Okay, so then Totem and Dorothy, you were working on something. Totem, can you gave us a little bit of an update on what you putting together? How's that going?
Okay, thank you so much. Like my network has been very bad. And then I kind of ran out of data, so I was looking for airtime to put the data. So basically, me and Dorothy, then Isaac, initially we were supposed to work on a track, but then I think Isaac ran into something, so he kind of lost all his equipment. So we had to start from scratch again.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, like Babaluku sent a bit to Dorothy, and then we were trying to create something. Then also yesterday, I was in touch with Dorothy and then Isaac. So some of the songs that I did feature in, so I had to cut in my parts and then send to Dorothy. So she's going to rehearse her part, the verses, the choruses. Then me and Dorothy and then Isaac. Isaac is going to play for us like a guitar, hopefully, on the day of the event. Then I'll do the rapping. Then Dorothy will do the verse, the chorus. So we are kind of going to do like a live performance. But I think like we are working on something like.
Sounds good. How long is your bit then? What are you aiming for?
So basically, like I just had to cut my parts from the song that I did feature and then send to Dorothy. So what we are going to do, like I send them to Dorothy and then Isaac to listen through, so that if Isaac can play an acoustic guitar, then Dorothy can do like a chorus. So we want to do a public live performance. So it's going to be like 2 songs, I think 2 songs or 3 songs.
About 10 minutes, would you say?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect. And we've got Dorothy, I think.
Yes.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm really sorry. I've been on and off.
That's okay. That's okay. So, how are you? Oh, you've got a Weary's link. That's mysterious.
Yeah, I used the phone. I couldn't use my PC because I'm in a certain meeting right now.
Oh, don't worry, that's all good. So, so Tatum gave us a bit of a lowdown of what you're working on in terms of the music. So you're going to put together 10 minutes worth of live performance. Yeah.
And also, we were thinking of I don't know, or joining the songs, but since it's going to be 10 minutes, we can use only 10 minutes to do the perfect song.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, it may be worth, if you get a chance to record some of those things, and also maybe earlier on we were talking about Gonzo recording some of these things to weave into kind of a collage of music as well. So if it's possible to not just play live but record something beforehand, then we've got the possibility of playing it if there are any internet difficulties or technical difficulties.
Yeah, we definitely need the videos. So then if we can get a stream of you performing, then we just show that on the screen. But if we don't, then we'll just play the video, I suppose.
Okay. So I think we will just join hands together and maybe we could do something that is perfectly.
Sounds good.
We hope so.
we like perfect, but we also like rough. We're quite good like that.
Yeah.
Awesome, fantastic. All right, then next thing I've got on the thing is Colin. Colin's not here today, but Colin was going to perform something for 10 minutes. So Wabwiri, I guess you're in touch with Colin as well.
Is Wabwiri there still?
Yeah, he's actually going to come along with 2 colleagues of his that are part of the collective.
The
They're working, so yeah, the academy. So they'll be presenting something.
Fine. So he's not here today, but if you could, I mean, are you guys able to get hold of Colin and say like, this is what's happening. This is the running order. You will need to produce a video and you will need to fill the stage for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, but I will need to know exactly. And he needs to come to the next session because we haven't seen him for so long. It'd be just so good to see him, to see what he's
We forgot what he looks like.
We forgot what he looks like, actually,
yeah. Okay.
So it's 5 o'clock this Thursday. Can everybody make it, by the way? This Thursday, 5 p.m. Uganda time? 3 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, Totem, great, because we're going to trial you in the middle of the table. Yeah. Dorothy, this Thursday, 5 p.m. your time?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Cool. Hassan?
Yes.
Great. And the UK crew, I just assume that you are okay with that. Cool. And then people, this is kind of like almost like the wrap up. I know Timna was supposed to be here, so there may be a little bit that Timna does, maybe with some kind of like music, performance, or whatever, but she may also be doing some kind of, whilst Talkaoke is going on, maybe we get like a little spotlight on her while she's doing some kind of reaction to the conversation. That may be happening. Talkaoke. And then it's like the end of that bit. So what I would suggest now is, I would suggest taking 30 seconds to get Mikey smoothly out of the Talkaoke table, throw Gonzo in the middle, and then just do the long tail where we just talk about other stuff. Maybe the space, maybe what the space will look like. Margarita, by the way, says hi. She will just watch it online because she's not very well, bless her. And that's it. That's what's kind of happening, more or less.
Come around here, Gonzo.
So keep it warm for Gonzo. First time in the middle.
Hello. Yeah, I think so.
But you know what? I think as Uganda on our side would be really good for the hosting and stuff, because I think it's just so much easier to bounce off each other. And if one person forgets something, yeah.
So let's
Yes.
find some
I think that'll be really
essential
good.
buttons. And
Do whatever
where's
you
that? Where's the hand? Yeah. This is clapping. All right. Hello, hello. Welcome to Skills Lab. And I'm sorry, but you'll have to give us your names. And we have, let's pass on the mic. We have
Elam.
Mikey.
I'm Margot.
Teddy.
Lucy.
And it's Gonzo. And welcome.
Hi.
And people online. Maybe you can name yourselves.
Yeah, I'm Totem.
All right.
Hi, I'm
Welcome.
Irene.
I'm Hassan.
Hi, I'm Dorothy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice, nice. Oh, and we have a question.
I know after the wrap up, it says that there's going to be a round 2 of Family Fortunes with audience participation or the live set by Bine. I did see that Bine is performing. Would that be when they perform?
I guess this is a question to you.
So
Margot?
basically, I think in my head, and tell me what you think about this. In my head, I thought that the Talkaoke Skills Lab bit, which will be like live streamed and people will be able to join on Zoom. Obviously, everyone in Uganda and will join on Zoom. Will run for 2 hours, so from 5 till 7 UK time, or 7 to thank you. 9 Kampala time. After that, we could end the stream, and then, for instance, on your side in Uganda, I think you can have, I don't know, like networking, general chit chat, music. There may be some more music performances if you guys want to, because obviously you have wonderful Dorothy, Totem, and everyone there. On our side, I mean, it's just a suggestion, depending on how well we do with the Family Fortunes and how much material we have, we could just do another round for the audience that comes for the evening party, because obviously we're celebrating 25th. And Bina is part of Silver Neon, which is a bossa nova band, and but the thing is that I think after this bit, the Talkaoke Skills Lab is finished, we will have another round of Talkaoke. I think that's my feeling.
So thank you. If anyone would like to.
I also wanted to implement some campfire style breakout rooms in the other room, so that if people wanted to have individual or smaller conversations on Zoom on other channels, they could go to another room and just talk to people, in a smaller group, and that would just be a chat, so that it's a bit like kind of stepping out of the club, but it will be another link between here and Uganda. So we were going to get a kind of campfire type environment set up in the other room, and then if you go into the breakout room, you'd go into that particular session. It can just sit there. It can sit there continuously as long as we've got the Zoom running. We can have the breakout room, and people can elect to go into the breakout room if they want to. It's just a matter of the hosts saying, if you want to have an individual chit chat, go into the breakout room.
So the host would have to organize that breakout room on Zoom, right there.
No, it should be a way that anyone who's on Zoom should be able to just put themselves into the breakout room, and anyone in this space will just go into the other space.
Yeah, and we can announce it.
Every so often. Yeah.
To kind of.
Go on a program.
Did he?
Okay. Does that sort of couple up with the podcast, the ongoing podcast, that we're creating a podcast on the evening as well?
I was going to put that into the other room as well, but that was just something that people could listen to on an audio. There's going to be stuff to listen to in the other room, so that people can just. Teddy, don't walk away. I know this is news.
But if we had the podcast, ooh, what's going on? Oh, okay. So if we had the podcast working, like Evie's going to be on doing a live podcast, right? Ish. Or people come and sit down, and there's going to be that nice little cute space where it's going to be intimate. Would the breakout be in the same place, or is that slightly different? Am I crossing things over and merging things together?
I mean, I think they're two different things. So what you're talking about, Mikey, that will have to be managed and explained to people, because if I'm just coming in from the street to come to the Talkaoke birthday party and you say, oh yeah, you can talk to someone, you have to explain the context. If I'm coming in, I don't know what, there's a Zoom, because people just don't underestimate people. They will not know that this is a skills lab. They will not know there's a Zoom link they can join. We'll need to have some kind of, I don't know, barcodes or something for people to scan to join the link, or something like
I think
that.
it's quite simple. As Mikey explained, it's just going to be announced every now and then that there's a.
We'll just get our iMac and we'll run that on the iMac, and it can just be there. It doesn't need anyone to do it. Zoom does it.
Also, can now people can choose to go into their own breakout rooms? Is that an update on Zoom? Because I remember before it had to be organized, but that's changed now. So I can.
It's always been the case that you could go into your own breakout rooms, but if you did it in a facilitated session, it would be chaos. So it's not an option that we normally choose, but it's just about people that are online choosing to go into the breakout room.
This is just for people online. It's not for people in here.
People in here as well, but they don't go into the breakout room digitally. They physically go into the other room.
For the people on this side at Rich Mix, there'll be just one physical breakout room they can go to, and they can talk to everyone online. Yeah. So we need to signpost that somehow. And I know somebody will have to explain it. I'm not going to do that, but maybe, and you'll be hosting, so who could do that?
It's something we can work on. Maybe we should have done a breakout room here today. I think it might be too common. Totem, you wanted to say something. Sorry, you were supposed to be.
Is there anyone? Is Totem wants to join? Do I have to?
Say hello, Totem.
Hey, Totem, you're on.
Yes, I'm on.
Go on.
Hello. No, I don't have anything to say. That was us.
All right.
In terms of videos, I guess let me know if you need any video content for this the breakout rooms, or anything like that. I suppose we're moving into the second part of the. Actually, no, we're not.
All right, so we're here, and Margot's lifting her hand up, and Mikey at the same time. Who's gonna have a go?
About the podcast, the only thing, I haven't heard 100% yes from Evie that she's going to do it, but just to kind of explain to Kampala colleagues, we've got somebody who's working with us on creating podcasts to kind of celebrate the 25th anniversary of Talkaoke. So we said it would be nice if she came into the space on the 10th of July. And because we've got another room that we can use, which Mikey, you were suggesting we use for these breakout rooms. For one breakout room. But multiple okay. Then there will be also a little space for Evie, our podcast person, to set up. And if somebody here live wants to have a chat with her, then she can just record their conversation. And throughout the night, we'll capture loads of voices. And maybe at some point, that'll be turned into a podcast. So that'll be just an ongoing thing, maybe on and off. That's it. That's what I wanted to say.
I think Evie could do both things at the same time, possibly. So that could work together, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that's better articulated than myself. That was kind of my point. She's going to be over there. She can run the breakout room at the same time. But also, maybe we also want to think about the podcast or the last-in voices of the Skills Lab. And that evening's quite a good night for people to jump in and sort of go, oh, this is what happened when I joined the skills lab, and this is what I got from it. You know, I think for both sides, especially from both sides, that's the evening to do it, I think.
I did have my hand up.
I thought so.
But I have resolved it. That's fine, thank you.
So it will be like an evaluation sort of vibe. I'm just wondering for the people coming, what that might be like. I don't know. Do you think the audience might? Oh, it will be like a private thing. Oh, okay.
Sorry, out in Kampala, you can definitely, Webweary, I'm sure you'd love to organise something like that where people can just jump in and record how it's been, really, the skills lab. It'd be really good content on the evening, while the energy's high as well.
Oh, I was just about trying to
sure.
invitation, but it was fine.
Anyone? Yeah, go on. Go on, Webweary. You're on.
I wanted to say that, we actually want to create sort of like a documentary to document the experiences that participants have had being part of the Talkaoke Skills Lab. So together with the technical crew, would need to get some feedback from the participants.
Yeah, great.
Just wondering, in the podcast that's being created, maybe, I don't know whether we could document what's been going on the night through other people's eyes as well. So like, yes, how is people's experiences? But yeah, I came in, I sat down, and then there was this tree and a family game, and then you can collate everybody's opinions on, and then tell the story of because you can't really try and transfer what we're doing. Well, you maybe could, but that's one way, maybe.
Well, I'll have my camera sort of to make like a highlights video, so I can like interview people like afterwards, ask them like, hey, ask them to give us feedback actually. So yeah, I'll definitely try and grab a handful of people to get that. That will be definitely useful, absolutely.
Even less of like feedback, but just like what was your, like, I guess, what is feedback? How do you take data out of what people say? But it could be just describe what happened for that one. And then you get like a pure descriptive, and then yeah, did you like that? Did you not like that? Yeah, maybe. And then we know how we wanted people to experience it, but then we also actually, yeah, it is feedback. Get an idea of how people did experience it. Yeah.
So I would just say in terms of what we were thinking, so I think this is very useful, and I think that's maybe, even though it sounds like, oh yeah, Evie can do this and you can just film this, whatever, I think that in itself has to be produced in order to be good. Like for instance, if you're setting up somewhere the camera, Ella, you probably know this anyway, but you'd need somebody who works with you on the night, who feeds you the people in. So you're not filming and talking and interviewing and searching for people, because then you're going to record to two voices. So if that's something, so you need to organize yourself a team, maybe you can work together on this. And second thing about podcasts, that's even though we can have a podcast like feedback or whatever from the Skills Lab people and stuff, the idea, I mean, if it happens organically, we can, but in terms of like a feedback, I would say maybe that's a separate session. We can really delve into it, because what we don't want probably for the kind of flow of the evening is like, okay, yeah, great, the evening has finished, the family fortunes, yeah, it's been amazing. And then everybody just like goes off and just like talks, because the evening carries on. So the idea of the podcast was that was just for people who are specifically coming for the 25th anniversary. So it's almost separate in that sense. It can overlap. I'm saying it can overlap, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, because that may be slightly different content.
Yeah.
And we can try to cram lots of things into one, but sometimes maybe,
Yeah, different content, and possibly doesn't that kind of description of the thing and how it went maybe just stays as a skills lab thing. It doesn't need to go into the birthday.
So we'll have this breakout room, which is a Zoom conference. In another room, we'll have kind of a mobile podcasting, which I understand is not going to be like a stationary place where people will kind of come and contribute. It's going to be someone walking with the Zoom or something, asking questions, saying this is the That's how I envision it. Maybe it's not going to be like that. Anyways, and then it's going to be a Talkaoke table with a session and also documentation from.
So basically, I hear what you're saying. So you're saying that maybe that question of describe what happens is something that should maybe happen after the event rather than if it happens naturally throughout. Cool, go with it. But perhaps like a substantial thing where we gather a handful of people to ask them, what happened. We leave that to after the event. Is that what you're saying? And I just stick to kind of capturing what's going on so I can make this highlights video of the collaboration projects we're doing, and then also separately the 25th. Are we thinking to make a video for the 25th celebration as well? I mean, I guess I'll have my camera.
Before you answer this question,
I think it's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be pretty chaotic. We're just, let's just try to keep it as simple as possible, is my feeling, although it won't be simple. Let's aim for simple and miss.
Okay, as I understand. Oh, go on, Totem, you're on.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I have to run a bit, but I just want to thank you guys for today. I mean, the network wasn't very okay from my side, but hopefully by the time the event reaches on the 10th, maybe we shall have something already prepared. So I'll keep following up with Isaac and then Dorothy as well.
Maybe, Totem, before you leave, maybe you have some final thoughts.
Yeah, so basically, I think my final thought is we just have to find a possibility of creating something. If really like we can't do the live performance or whatever, then maybe we just have to record the videos of us doing something. Because I've been thinking of other options. Maybe if I can access like traditional instruments from this side, and then people do drummings for me, then I can just do a video of myself performing, then maybe send over to Gonzo, or I can record the sound when I'm doing something, then send to Gonzo, then Gonzo can create something. I don't know, just thinking of anything possible.
Great, thank you, Totem. I've left my number in the chat and an email, so you're more than welcome to kind of use that info and send me your ideas, or I don't know. Yeah, we can exchange. We can figure out maybe technical sides of how can it be done live or whatever. I'm switching back roles to the facilitator. Thank you, Totem.
Oh, and I'm also running, so I just wanted to do the final feedback on our side. So already they're working on our Talkaoke table, so we should have it ready next week for Thursday. So that is good. At least I know that it's going to be worked on. The challenge you might have, and I mentioned that to Margot, is the internet and giving a live feed from our side. So I like and I embrace the idea of people sending their presentations in earlier so that we have them just in case the live feed doesn't happen as we want it in real time. We're not slowed or like worried that something's not happening, yeah. And like Mikey said, let's keep it simple. I feel like we've had a lot of engagements about this the past few days, and I'm also in high gear to see what will happen on the day. Yeah, let's keep it simple but good. Thank you.
Thank you, Wabwe. And are you? Oh, hi, Timna. Maybe you have
Any final thoughts?
any primal thoughts?
Primal thoughts.
Hi, hello, Timna, and everyone else. Oh, that's a battery.
Just gave up.
In terms of evaluation, just thinking, so just from my like evaluation brain on what what are the aims of the event that we are trying to evaluate? Like, as in, we know the aims sort of from our side as participants, kind of we want to understand what it's been what the experience has been like to be involved. But in terms of people coming, I guess you've got the 25-year celebration, but it's kind of twinned with Skills Lab. What are we trying to evaluate from an attendee here? And that's kind of a question that I always ask when I'm thinking about evaluation, like what were our aims originally to then be able to evaluate them, and that might open up a bigger discussion on how we can evaluate them.
Okay, where do we want to go?
I'm just wary of that word evaluation. I kind of want to get caught up on the performance of the evening, and then we evaluate afterwards. But maybe, when I hear that, I feel like we're 2 steps ahead than where we want to be.
So I guess from the area, like when I do events and stuff, they've often got a specific person per person in order to just so we know that we've done there are 2 ways of doing it, and the whole process has been emergent, and then but that would still be, have we developed skills, or kind of, it just kind of helps us reflect a little bit on, did we want to have a cultural, because there will be something that at the end, there'll be stuff that emerges that we'll be able to say, that actually happened, that was really interesting, and you allow space for that in the evaluation. I'm aware what I've probably said probably sounds like it's overly structuring it, but it just helps put a bit of, like, because if we did want to find out what skills we were, if we did want to measure skills, we probably would want to just do a quick survey of like how people feel their skills are before they do it, or it just helps you capture that information, and we don't need to overly structure it, but just having that conversation and being aware of those things is only helpful. But if there are certain things that it's not going to constrict how something goes and is delivered, it just helps you put little, I guess it's just like placing microphones across a room and letting things happen. But if you don't place the microphones there, you can't hear it. That's such a bad analogy.
If I may ask a little clarifications, do you think asking the audience who participate in what do they get from the Skills Lab, or for the participants of the Skills Lab? It's like if you're talking about participants of the Skills Lab, then it's something that we already do. It's like it's just a specific.
I think it's participants you're talking about, and perhaps that's come up already in the initial applications of what people wanted. Maybe that it's up to the people to reflect back on those videos also.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I guess both. There's 2, like I would split the evaluation into participants. It also, I guess, depends on the British Council, like the funder. It will stipulate some form of something. I find you never get money for free, so you'll have to give something back, or there might be some stuff to report back on. But there's 2 sections of people. There's us that have all participated, and then there'll be people attending the celebration day. Or do we have any aims for them to have like come and understood something about our process or something?
No, it's quite the same.
I think the evaluation question is an important one. What we were planning to do is to have the celebration, just have fun, communicate to people in a kind of lightweight touch that what is this Skills Lab thing? And I think that's a job of the MC. And if you think that you may want to just like throw it into your intros, I think that's a natural place to say like, oh, in development of this piece, we were exploring blah, blah, blah. This is what happened during the sessions, blah, blah. So people get to understand a little bit more about Skills Lab. But in terms of the evening, I think it's more about people having fun and you having fun and just doing it.
Oh, we have another.
What we would like to plan is to have like a feedback session with the participants, because that's the main focus for the British Council stuff. And we could just have another one of these after 10th of July, or some surveys sent out to people, and then we can have like a little, pizza and whatever chit chat. So
we have Dorothy's hand up. And go for it.
Dorothy?
Where's your mic? Oh, where's that sound?
No, you are. But maybe it's
sorry.
time for,
okay.
Is it time for final thoughts? Oh, yes.
Okay, we couldn't hear Dorothy's. Your microphone was mute.
Yes, I had some technical problems. Yeah, but I'm set. I didn't have anything to say. I think I raised. I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, all is good.
That's all I'm allowed to hear. Like, Tina, go for it.
I don't know if Tim's got a mic.
But there's a question in the chat, maybe we can read it out.
Okay, there's a question in the chat. I can't see that far. I'm sorry. My vision is quite terrible.
Can that help?
Oh, it's even worse. But try it. Oh my goodness! No, I'm gonna. Okay.
Anyway, Timna's asking about evaluation.
Was there anyone asking for specific evaluation? I think Mikey or.
Yeah, look, as part of the funding, we'll have to do an evaluation, which we'll do, and I think individually you'll get emails and stuff from the people speak that will probably answer all the questions that you have.
Oh, I was just going to say if it was like on the day evaluation, but and like for attendees, this is a really boring way, but you could have like boxes and ways that people vote, or integrated into the family fortunes games of like if people learned or felt differently, like drop a ball into this pot or something like that's like it can take or even just being like raise your hand if like that was fun.
10 out of 11 people said it was fun, but yeah, it's actually, we do have a project coming up, Lucy. You will love it. It's actually with Queen Mary University all goes well, so it's all about evaluation anyway.
All right, maybe it is time for final thoughts. But if we have covered.
I've got questions. I think we will be wrapping up. But I wonder, Timna, are you able to speak, or can you just listen in?
You can type out the question.
Because yeah, you can type out the question, obviously. But can you speak and hear us? Well, you can hear us. I know that, but.
Yeah.
Can you only answer yes or no?
I can hear you. Give me 2 seconds.
Good.
One, two.
It's just because I wanted to see if we can get Timna on because of her input in the final event, but not everybody needs to be on it, and maybe we finished the official kind of Zoom, so if people need to scooch, they can scooch, but yeah. But final thoughts is exactly right.
Okay, maybe let's get some Uganda final thoughts. Irene, Hassan,
And
Dorothy.
I think my final thoughts is thank you for today, and I'll be in touch with Teddy for our script so that we get that ready. Thank you.
Yeah, I think for us, we are ready to go with my team. We are good. So we are going to do everything possible. We are just going to be finalizing, and we'll present something good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And for me, I'm also like really thankful. First of all, I'd missed some meetings before, so I was kind of lost. But I would say it's good to be back, and yeah, really looking forward to Thursday and presenting our idea with Lucy.
All right.
Maybe go to Timna now.
Okay, Timna, if you're there, give us a sign.
Hi, I am here. I'm not sure if you can see me.
Yeah.
I can see myself, so.
We can see you, we can hear you. Welcome.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just close to the tube, but my final thought, great to see you for these couple of minutes, and to see, I'm on the phone, so I only see Dorothy, and I love your smile, so that's my final thought, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing back to this recording. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, my final thought is I'm very happy with the recordings that have been sent through. Irene, you sent some great ones. I welcome more. The more I have, the richer it'll be. I don't know if Hassan, I've sent you some stuff, or Dorothy, but maybe you guys can help as well. Even if you just record a couple of interviews, it'd be great.
My final thoughts are, really excited. I think I've now just thrown my hat into the ring for lots of different things, which I'm excited. It's going to be a crazy 2 weeks, but I'm pumped. I think I was like unsure what the final event would look like and feel like. And now I have a better idea, and I'm excited.
Oh, great! Thank you.
Yeah, very, very excited. I can't wait to see it all come together. It's going to be a fun, packed event. Is that what it looks like?
Looks like you're reading a
No,
script.
no, I'm doing a bit of social media.
You're like, it's going to be a fun-packed event.
No, I'm doing a bit of social media, multitasking. This is what I'll be doing on the nights. This is what I'll be doing on the night.
I personally think it's going to be a big experiment. We're going to maintain that experimental, spontaneous, slightly chaotic element to it. We will try and plan it as much as possible, but we are really, moving into the unknown. That's my unknown sound, and I find that exciting. So we'll just all have to just do the best we can, try and prepare as much as possible. But then enjoy ourselves on the night and just try to see what happens on the night.
All right.
But I have to say urgently, please, 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 please invite everyone. Remind people, send them a reminder today, tell them to book, to come to Motif or to Rich Mix, tell them to join online, because if there's no people, there's no event. So please, 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 reach out and invite everyone, even your nan, your sister, your brother, everyone. Invite everyone. We want people to see this.
All right. Thank you. Everyone had maybe Laura. Yeah.
Hi. That's going to be my first and final thought is I'm very excited to see what's going to happen because there's so many elements that I really wish everything works brilliantly. I am sure it's going to. Yes. Yeah, sorry about a little bit lousy visuals, but it's very difficult to operate such a. I have like a massive TV instead of my computer screen. It's too big. It's horrible. I hate it so much. Maybe my last thought would be to tell you that I'm gonna put a GIF with all of your faces on our Instagram soon. So I'm gonna send you an email to send me your social media so I can tag you on Instagram.
Great.
All right. So we have outro music now. We can regroup and just. This is the tail.
This is the tail.
We've done the
Or could have
the
the back of the tail.
This is the wagging point. Have you got any final thoughts on that?
So what is the day today? Today is 26th of June. The temperature outside is slightly below 18 degrees. Feels like it's. We're past summer solstice, so the nights are getting shorter shorten and shorter until they.
The nights are getting longer. Nights are getting longer.
You got me here. You got me there. Yeah, I'm disseminating some disinformation. We're getting some photo shoots.
That's it. Drop the mic.
Thank you, Rich Mix.
Simna, do you want to say anything about your piece?
Simna, do you want to say anything as we say goodbye, or just say bye-bye, everybody? Just let's have a goodbye. Say goodbye, everyone online, all at the same time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.